Hi Ladysmith and area friends, I'm Tammy from Ladysmith Parks Recreation and Culture. Today's Kid-solation Creation is an Easter chick to spruce up your front door for Easter. This activity is great for everyone. My daughter Taylin's going to do her best to show you all the things you need today.
Okay, so you need a cereal box,
which is cut open so that we're going to use the inside.
A paper plate to use as a stencil, and if you have one, an oval stencil.
Yeah.
Some pipe cleaners.
To hang it.
Yeah, to hang it. Some cotton balls.
For painting later on.
Yes, a hole punch. Some scissors, an eraser, pencil, a Sharpie. And these colors of paint, you need orange, pink, white, yellow, and then I have some darker yellow for shading, and then some black. Some paint brushes.
A variety of paint brushes, yep.
And then you can use yarn or ribbon.
We're gonna have some, whatever scraps of ribbon you have at home or tulle or any kind of fun things that are Easter colors we're gonna use to give our chick a little bow at the end. Okay, so we're gonna show you how to make your chick. So Taylin's gonna bring up our Pops box. It's a really nice size. So we found the bottom of the egg shape was really easy to use, just a paper plate, a small one. And so Taylin's just gonna trace the whole paper plate while I hold it for her. And then we're kind of done with that. Now the bottom, that's just the bottom of your egg. So Taylin, are you gonna let me do it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of freehand the top part of our little chickie and the egg. So we wanna kind of make it that egg shape. Everyone's is gonna be different, so it doesn't matter how your egg looks, whether it's pointy at the top or curvy at the top or a little bit wonky. It just gives it more character.
And then you use an eraser to cut the rest of the circle that's inside.
So the original circle we drew, we just gonna erase it just so it doesn't show up under yellow paint, because yellow paint tends to be a little clear and things show up through. So Taylin, do you want me to cut it out or you?
I'll cut it out.
Taylon's gonna cut out her egg here. Just cut yourself off right here, and then I can trace the other shapes while you're doing that. So Taylin is going to cut out our egg shape, and while she does that, I'm going to show you the other shapes that we need to have. So we're going to need 2 ovals for eyes. What do we think? This one? That one? Okay, so we're going to use the smaller of the oval, and it's up to you. You can decide how big you want your eyes to be, as long as you can fit 2 eyes and a beak and 2 feet on your thing. And then we need a triangle and it can be a long skinny triangle or a short one. It doesn't matter, but you need a triangle for your beak. And it doesn't have to be perfect, and it's super easy to trim after if you want. And I'm gonna use our little feet that we used out of our last box to make our feet for this one, just because it's easier. Basically, all I did is drew a little circle down the bottom, and it's kind of like a tulip. So if you think of the tulip that comes out in spring, it's the same shape as a tulip here. It's the same shape. So it's kind of like a tulip. And then we'll have to cut all this out. And alrighty, we're traced, perfect. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. How you doing on the cutting there? You're doing a good job.
Almost done.
Nice. So when Taylin's finished cutting her egg, she's gonna take a paintbrush and she is going to use the yellow, the lightest color yellow, and she is going to paint the whole egg yellow to start. And while she's painting those, I'm gonna cut out our other shapes. So we have 2 feet, 2 eyes, and a beak. I'll try and cut these out quick. Takes a little bit of time, but it's fun. So, and remember that you can be creative and make your little chickie any way you like. It's custom for you, but these are just some ideas. So, not to worry there. The beak is my favorite to cut out because it's the easiest one. Straight cuts are easier than curvy cuts. There's our beak. Thank goodness we had cereal boxes, okay? So we're excited to hang this on our door for Easter, considering we're at home and not gonna get to do as much as usual. So we're sprucing up the front door for Easter, and I hope you're all joining in. Once Taylin's got a good coat of yellow on there, then we're going to paint the eyes, and the eyes are painted painted completely black. The beak and both feet are painted completely orange, and we'll add highlights to them later on. Okay. How you doing on the yellow?
Almost done.
Almost done. Excellent. So once she's done the yellow there and she feels confident that she's got enough yellow on, she's going to add a little bit of highlights around the edge with just a little bit of that darker yellow, and we'll hold it up and show you how it looks after. You going to use that brush or a different one?
A different one.
Okay, so you're going to choose another brush. We have lots of brushes. It doesn't matter what kind of paintbrush you use. Yeah, you want to, which are you painting, or are you going to do the highlights while that's wet?
Sure.
Yep. Okay, so it's easiest to do your highlights with the yellow and the darker yellow when the paint's actually wet, because then it blends in really nicely. If you want it to look more kind of stripey, then you can do it when it's drier. Taylor's gonna do some just a little bit of highlights around the edge to just give it a little bit of dimension. Remember, there is no wrong in painting. It's all just creating. Yep, she's doing a fabulous job. She'll hold it up and show you when she's done on that part, and then we'll set it aside to dry. Good job. You can go around. Excellent. Okay, and so to show you the shapes that we have, so these are your feet. And like I said before, they look like a shape of a tulip. They're curvy on the bottom, and then they have 3 little bumps. So these are your little feet. You have 2 ovals for eyes, and you have an upside down triangle for your beak. And the beak and the feet are to be painted orange, and the eyes are to be painted black. That looks great, Tay. Do you want to hold it up and show them your shading? Are you almost done?
Almost done.
Okay, paintbrush away. Okay, so to see what it looked like, I'm gonna hold the top for her. So we have some light yellow all over, and then a little bit of shading on the outside, on either side, just gives it a little bit of dimension. So Taylor, we're gonna sit that one way off to the side so that it dries. Perfect. And do you want to continue to paint these ones?
Sure.
Okay.
These ones are...
Those ones are all orange. Yes, orange. And so crafting magic, I have mine right here that we did a little bit earlier, my egg, and it is got its shading and everything on it. The other thing that we're gonna do on our egg is we're gonna actually attach our eyes and our beak and our feet. I have a hot glue gun all warmed up. You could use hot glue or you could use regular glue, it's up to you. I like the hot glue because it's done, it's finished really quick. But if you don't have hot glue, normal glue is gonna work. So just a little bit of hot glue on the back of each eye. And we're gonna find a spot here. Looks good. Give it a push. Try not to get the hot glue on your fingers because it is really hot and burns. So if you're doing this, your kids are doing this with you, best thing is for moms and dads to use the hot glue because it doesn't feel very good on your fingers, does it, Tay? Nope, not at all. Okay, so once we have the eyes on there, they look kind of silly to start, these little black dots, and they have strings of hot glue. We're gonna put our beak on and then our feet, and then we're going to do the rest of our decorating on there. Okay, I lost my glue stick, Tay.
Now I just have to do the nose.
Can you pass me a glue stick out of our basket, please?
Yes.
Thanks. Just one. Thanks, sweet. Okay, so helps me have all your glue. Gonna get the feet ready. Make sure we get it all sticky on. Make sure you have like an extra paper plate or something to put your, if you're using a hot glue gun, so that it doesn't drip all over your table or all over everything. What do you think right there is good? Is that look good? Yeah. Yeah? Okay. Right, you're gonna set yours off to the side to dry?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're gonna do the eyes in black?
Yes, I sort of made them.
Can you
Get some paper towels.
save me a couple little brushes? Okay. Okay, so this is the beginning of our chickie. Now it looks more chicky. Does it look more chicky?
Yes.
Yes, so it looks more chicky. This is the beginning of our chick. So now we have to give it a little bit of character. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to take a small paintbrush If you don't have a small paintbrush, the other thing that works really good is the end of a pencil. You can just dip it and use the end of a pencil to make the dot. That works really, really good too, the eraser part, if you don't have a small brush. But I'm gonna use a small brush, and I'm just going to, on each eye, I'm going to paint a little circle of white to give our chickie a little bit of character. Okay, the other fun thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint some polka dots on my chick, just for fun. Some fun little polka dots. I'm gonna paint little polka dots here, there, and everywhere, all over my chickie. And they don't have to be really dark white, so that they don't have to be really opaque. They can be kind of translucent. Translucent meaning you can see through a little bit. Okay, because we're just adding some fun. Go on here.
That looks cool.
That looks cool. Right on. Thanks, Terry. Awesome.
Okay, I'm all done with all the painting.
You're all done with all the painting. Awesome.
Yes.
I'm just gonna finish my polka dots. I think I want to put one like it's a polka dot under there. Probably
What
should.
about the eyelashes?
Haven't got that yet. Okay, kind of think that those are. Think I need any more polka dots? What do you think?
I think that's pretty good.
That's pretty good for polka dots. I think we're gonna stick with that because that's gonna turn into a thing. The other thing we're gonna do with our white is we're gonna give our beak and our feet. So I'm gonna show you my polka dots. They're kind of silly. There's my polka dots. Okay, we're gonna give our beak and our feet a little bit of highlights on the edge with our white. So you just want a little bit of paint on the edge. And again, if you don't have a really fine paintbrush, you can use that on the end of a pencil. As long as you haven't used the eraser, you can dip it in and just use the edge of it. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go along the edge of our feet a little bit, just to give them a little bit of, just a little bit of highlights to kind of say. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's supposed to be fun and whimsical. It's Easter. Okay, what do you think?
It looks cool.
More? Good. Okay, so there's my little highlights on my, I still have a piece of stuff there, on my feet just to make them pop a little bit more. And the next thing I'm going to do is take this brush, pass it off to you, and you put it in the water for me. And I'm going to get another paintbrush. This one is kind of a round paintbrush. If you don't have a round paintbrush, you can use the end of a paintbrush that's pointy, and it will work because it's nice and pointy. It works the same. So we're just gonna get some black on there, and we're gonna give our little chickie some. Some eyelashes.
Yay.
3 little cutie patootie eyelashes down there. And again, doesn't have to be perfect. It's just supposed to be fun.
You can do anything you want.
It's up to you. You can make your chickie however you like. Okay, and the other thing we're gonna do is around the edge, we're gonna give our chickie a little bit of lines for dimension around the edge as well. Now you just want to go slow, a couple dots in there. It's fun, doesn't have to be perfect. Are we doing good today?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to, next Taylor's gonna get ready to do the cheeks. This is fun. So she's gonna get a cotton ball and she's gonna dab it in to the pink. I'm just gonna get a little more black before you do that, Tay.
Don't want too much, though.
You don't want too much, and we don't want it to look like it's, we don't want it to look like we've put like a ton of pink on there. It's just to give it some, give our little ducky some rosy cheeks.
Does that look good?
That looks great. Okay, so she's gonna, on either side of her beak, I'm gonna get rid of my paintbrush. On either side of her beak, she's gonna just lightly blot and give it some rosy cheeks. Go for it. Get some rosy cheeks in there. Just lightly, yep, and get another one. You got it, yep, there you go. Now do the other side over here. Have a rosy cheek, yep. Same thing. That's super cute. Right on.
This one's a bit big.
You like it? Bigger? Okay, so here's our rosy cheeks. Yay! And the next thing we need to do, so you have choices we talked about before in in my basket of things here. We're gonna try and figure out which. So 2 ways to hang it are you can hang it with yarn. This is fun Easter colored yarn, or you can use a pipe cleaner if you want it to be tougher. We have some fun ribbon that we had in our scrap ribbon bucket. We have blue and pink, and we have some yellow stripes. So we're gonna make a nice bow for the top of its head. This color? What do you think? Or pink?
I don't know.
We'll do a couple. I think.
We'll just do this one.
Just this one first. Okay, so we need to make a bow. So easy way to make a bow I found is to hold on to the ribbon like this, pull it down this way, and then just tie your bow like this. Except for that totally didn't work very well. That's okay. All right, Taylor, can you hold your finger on the middle and just give it a, let me give it a pull. Perfect. Teamwork. Okay, good.
Now
Okay.
we're gonna cut the bow.
Yeah, because we're gonna add some more colors to there. So what do you think, some yellow?
What about some?
Some of this color too? Okay. All right.
How are we gonna add it?
We're gonna tie it in there, glue it on. Here.
Oh.
Can you hold that down? This is a 2-person task apparently. And I'll make another bow on there. Like so. Okay, and so the other fun, what do you think like that? Do you think that's good?
Yeah, we got
I think we need more color, or is that enough?
That's good.
That's good? Okay, and then what you're gonna do with your little tags on the end of your bow is you're gonna cut them in a little, you can cut them on an angle if you want, or you can cut them in to make a little, I don't know if you can see that on camera there, a little bit of a little triangle-y bit.
Professional.
I think so. This one's got a piece of tape stuck on it. Okay. And that, oops, that one's not so nice. Let's fix that one. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, and then, so we'll straighten out our bow however we like. Oh, that tape's stuck on me. It's back over here so you can see. Make our bow. So you gotta fluff your bow up however you want it to look and make it kind of pretty and all the bits and pieces. So we kind of have a double bow. And so we're gonna take the back of our ribbon and we're gonna put a good blob of glue on there. A good blob of glue is gonna hold it on really, really well. And we're gonna stick it right up the top. Okay, let go because that's hot. Okay, so there's our bow. The next thing we have is not everybody has one of these. I understand, I have a lot of crafty stuff. This is a hole punch. It has a hole punch here. If you don't have a hole punch, you can use just the end of your scissor and poke a little hole and make it a little bigger for whatever you're holding on, or you can use a skewer from your kitchen if you have a skewer. I'm just gonna punch 2 little holes in the top. I have to do it this way so that I can see what I'm doing. And you want to go in probably 2 centimeters is good. And you want them to be on the same height on either side so that you kind of know that you're not going to be crooked when you're hanging it up. And if it's a little bit crooked, again, that's totally fun. What did I get? It's okay. Are we going to use ribbon, or are we going to use pipe thinner? What would you like?
A ribbon.
A ribbon? Okay. Some of this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yarn.
So we're going to take a piece of yarn. Yep, I pulled the wrong end. You can tell that I haven't practiced knitting in a while. But anyways.
Some scissors.
That's probably enough, yes. Scissors. And then we are going to put through the hole here. I think we're just going to put it through the hole, and then we'll come back through, come like this. Oops. Can you poke that through there? Do you think your little fingers can get that in there?
This side's of that.
Can you get it in? Can I hold that out of the way? Okay, ready, set, go. Can you feel it down there? Squish it down and I'll grab it from the back. There we go. Perfect. And we'll lay it down flat. Our Frosty Flake box. And you're just going to tie a ribbon at the back. However you like. Nobody's judging your knot as long as it's going to stay tight. Trim your ends off, and you'll need to adjust it to work for your door, however you're hanging it. But here we go. to hang on your door, a super cute chick to get us all spruced up for Easter. Happy Easter, everyone. Stay safe, and thank you so much for tuning in and watching our Kid-solation creation today. We'll see you soon. Bye.